Welcome to BSc Statistics students. In this class we discuss one of the result of correlation. What is the result? The random variables x and y are jointly normally distributed, which means both are normally distributed following the same normal distribution. And if u and v are uncorrelated, u and v are defined as u is equal to x cos alpha plus y sin alpha and v is equal to y cos alpha minus x sin alpha. Then show that u and v are uncorrelated if tan 2 alpha is equal to this, that is 2r into sigma x sigma y by sigma square x minus sigma square y. So u and v are uncorrelated if it is provided by tan 2 alpha is equal to this. That is what we have to prove it, and we have to show it. So for which there is two relations which were given to us. One is u and another one is v. You have to consider that in a similar fashion. You have to calculate, that is, you have to consider u and v are uncorrelated, that is Ru is equal to 0, and we have to prove this particular result, tan 2 alpha. Right? Let us start with the. We are starting with tan u and v are uncorrelated. To prove tan 2 alpha is equal to this, some particular value. To prove tan 2 alpha is equal to some particular value, we starting with u and v are uncorrelated. So that is what we consider first in this result. U and v are uncorrelated. Therefore, it is given that if u and v are uncorrelated, you can consider if u and v are uncorrelated variables, which means what you have to consider, RUV is equal to 0. The correlation coefficient between u and v is equal to 0. That is the property or definition of uncorrelated variables. RUV is equal to 0, which implies what is the formula of RUV? Covariance of UV divided by sigma u sigma v is equal to 0, which implies we can consider covariance of u comma v is equal to 0. Now for which you have to consider calculate covariance of u and v. So we calculate covariance of u and v. The u and v values are here. You see here. Do you understand this? Consider if u and v are uncorrelated variables, then RU is equal to 0. Then which implies covariance of u is 0. So from this covariance of u is 0. So now I consider covariance of u is 0, and then I substitute the values of u and v and I calculate covariance of uv and I equate it to 0. I will get some particular result. We'll see. So which implies, what is covariance of uv formula? Expectation of u minus expectation of u multiplied by v minus expectation of v. This is the formula of the expectation, that's covariance of uv in terms of expectations. Now let us start and substitute the values of u and v. What is this? Expectation of what is u? X cos alpha plus y sin alpha minus expectation of x cos alpha plus y sin alpha. This is first part, u minus expectation of u. Now the second part, v minus expectation of v. What is v? Y cos alpha minus x sin alpha and minus expectation of y cos alpha minus x sin alpha. So this is equal to 0. This is what just I have substituted the values of u and v. Now you have to calculate this particular value so that I will get it. So you see, u is equal to x cos alpha plus y sin alpha minus expectation of same, and v is equal to y cos alpha minus x sin alpha and minus expectation of this. You have to calculate expectations and then multiply, you have to multiply those terms, and then you have to come and calculate again, take the expectations, right? So what do you do? So here you see here x cos alpha plus y sin alpha minus of expectation of this, do the expectation. Expectation of what I do, just I calculate expectations, x cos alpha plus y sin alpha minus expectation of x cos alpha. Cos alpha is a constant, expectation is only for the variable x. So therefore expectation of cx is equal to c into expectation of x, which is nothing but cos alpha into expectation of x minus the minus again minus and here also sin alpha. Sin alpha is a constant, so that expectation is for the variable y. So therefore it is sin alpha multiplied by expectation of y. So this is the first term multiplied by the next term. So y cos alpha I write as it is, the terms here plus minus x sin alpha and minus I take the expectations again similarly. Here is expectation is for y, therefore cos alpha is constant, cos alpha into expectation of y, and then this is minus sin alpha is a constant and expectation of x. Expectation is for the variable x. So therefore this is equivalent to be 0 again. This is equivalent to be 0. You see here now x cos alpha, this is also cos alpha, the term x. You combine the terms of x and expectation of x, and so that we will have the formula. Certain formula depends on all the formulas, variances and covariance, all the formulas depends on x minus expectation of x and y minus expectation of y. So for which it is easy to compare and compare the formula and substitute the formula if you get the values of x minus expectation of x at a glance. Now you see here, that is cos alpha if it is common, then what you will have? If you take cos alpha common in expectations, expectation of, if you take cos alpha common, then x minus expectation of x, that is I am writing here x minus expectation of x into cos alpha. Cos alpha, that is the first term, x minus expectation of x if you take cos alpha is common, and then y sin alpha minus sin alpha into expectation of y. If you take sin alpha common, then that is the term, next term is y minus expectation of y into sin alpha. Sin alpha, y minus expectation of y, right? That's all, the first term. So this is the first term. And the second term I am writing here. What is second term? Now y cos alpha, expectation of y into cos alpha. So therefore if you take common cos alpha, then y minus expectation of y into cos alpha, that is the one term, and minus x sin alpha, minus of minus, probably it is minus of minus plus, right? Minus of minus plus, exactly. Then now you see here minus x sin alpha plus sin alpha into x sin alpha plus sin alpha into expectation of x, then it will be sin alpha multiplied by x minus expectation of x. Sin alpha multiplied by, I should take common as minus, because of minus if you take common, then x minus expectation of x will be here and multiplied by sin alpha. See, you see in the previous term here, expectation of y cos alpha minus x, y cos alpha minus x sin alpha, that is what the term we have here, minus, minus of cos alpha into expectation of y, minus of minus, this is plus, sin alpha into expectation of x, right? So therefore this is the plus term, this is the minus term. This is minus, this is the plus term. If you take common now, you see minus x sin alpha, I am taking common as minus, then this will be plus, that is x, minus I have taken common, and then this will be minus of minus, this is the plus. So sin alpha into expectation of x, right? So now, so this is equivalent to be, this term is equal to 0. Now we had a simple multiplication factor. Now it is a simple factor of multiplication. So now if you multiply one by one the terms, so there are two terms multiplied by two terms, there will be four terms, right? And also I take expectations simultaneously. I multiply the terms and I also take the expectations for such a term, and you will get a certain particular formula, right? And then, so now you see that I multiply the first term with first term, then x minus expectation of x into cos alpha and y minus expectation of y into cos alpha. This is cos square alpha, cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha. If you take the expectations, cos square alpha is a constant, you can take it outside. Expectation of cx is equal to c into expectation of x, right? So therefore, cos square alpha multiplied by expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. This is the term, the first one. The second term, if you multiply the first term with the second term, that is x minus expectation of x into x minus expectation of x whole square, and cos alpha into sin alpha. So cos alpha into sin alpha is a constant. I am taking out the expectations, and because of if I take the expectations here, which is a constant, I am taking outside of the expectation. So that then what you have plus minus, you see plus multiplied minus, the answer is minus cos alpha into sin alpha multiplied by expectation of x minus expectation of x the whole square. Expectation of x the whole square. That is the term, the second term we have. Now you have I have multiplied first one, first with second one. It was finished now, and then I take the second term in the first one, and so that I multiply with the two terms. So first second with first. That is sin alpha into cos alpha again. Y minus expression of y into y minus expression of y. So therefore this is with plus sign, plus sin alpha into cos alpha multiplied by expectation of y minus expectation of y the whole square, right? And plus with minus, if you multiply here, then you will get minus again here, and here y minus expectation of y and expectation of x, leave it, and sin x, sin alpha and sin alpha, sin square alpha. If you take expectations, if the constant, so I am taking outside, so minus sin square alpha multiplied by expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. So this is all the terms I have multiplied, and it is equivalent to be 0. You see, once again I have multiplied all the terms. So first term, this is with first one cos alpha into cos alpha, cos square alpha, x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. We take the expectations for which, and this is the first term with second term x minus expectation of x the whole square. If we take the expectations, and cos alpha into sin alpha is a constant that I have taken outside. In the second term with y minus expectation of y into sin alpha and y minus expectation of y into cos alpha. So it is sin alpha into cos alpha with expectation of y minus expectation of y the whole square. So for which you have taken expectations, you will get this like this. And similarly, second term with the first term, second term with the second term, last term. So y minus expectation of y into x minus expectation of x, for which you have taken expectations, that is expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. And it is a constant, sin alpha and sin alpha is a constant, sin square alpha, for which if you take the expectation, I am taking outside sin square alpha. So now we have two types of terms, expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. Expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square, that is a formula, this is a formula, this is also a formula. We have two particular terms we have, cos square alpha, sin square alpha, cos alpha, sin alpha, cos alpha. Now we can take the common, and so that here we can take common as covariance, right? So which implies, now I first of all convert in terms of formula, so that we'll see. So this is cos square alpha multiplied by this is covariance of x comma y. This is the form. What is the formula of this? Expectation of x minus expectation of x into y minus expectation of y. The formula of covariance of x y minus cos alpha into sin alpha multiplied by what is expectation of x minus expectation of x the whole square. It is the formula of sigma square x. So it is sigma square x. Come to the next term. Plus, I write here sin alpha into cos alpha multiplied by expectation of y minus expectation of y whole square. Hence it is sigma square y, the formula of the variance. Now minus sin square alpha into this is covariance of x comma y is equivalent to be 0. Now I do one more step. In the step what I do, covariance of xy I substitute as r into sigma x sigma y. That's what we have learned and we have discussed many number of times. Even then write again. R is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by sigma x sigma y, and which implies covariance of x comma y is equal to r into sigma x sigma y. So that is the reason why I have substitute covariance of x y is equal to r into sigma x sigma y. So if I substitute all the values of whenever you have covariance of x y, substitute r into sigma x sigma y, which implies cos square alpha multiplied by this is r into sigma x sigma y minus I take common here cos alpha sin alpha, and here it is sigma square x sigma square y. So if I take minus cos alpha sin alpha common minus cos alpha into sin alpha, if we take a common, then we have this is sigma square x minus this is sigma square y. This is sigma square x minus this is minus sign, therefore sigma square x, and plus sign this is therefore I am multiplying with minus sigma square y. If we take common as cos alpha sin alpha, this is minus sigma square y. Right. Next term sin square alpha minus sin square alpha multiplied by here a covariance, that is I am writing r into sigma x sigma y is equal to 0. Do you understand this? Now here also we can take a common as r into sigma x sigma y. So I am taking r into sigma x sigma y multiplied by this is cos square alpha minus sin square alpha. Okay, and finally you have here, you see this is sin a cos b. So for which if you want to convert in terms of formula of the sin to alpha, the formula is 2 sin alpha cos alpha. Sin to a formula is 2 sin a cos a. So for which you have to multiply and divide with 2 here. So if you multiply, show here, minus if you multiply and divide with 2 here, then 2 sin alpha cos alpha will be, that is 2 cos alpha sin alpha will be sin 2 alpha. So sin 2 alpha divided by 2 multiplied by it is sigma square x minus sigma square y. It is equivalent to 0. Right? So therefore this is the next term. I have multiplied here with 2 and divide also with 2, and so that I have considered 2 cos alpha sin alpha is 2 sin 2 alpha and divided by 2. Right? So what is cos square alpha minus sin square alpha? It is cos 2 alpha. That is cos square a minus sin square a. It is cos 2a. So therefore, which implies r sigma x sigma y multiplied by this is cos 2 alpha minus this is sin 2 alpha divided by 2 into sigma square x minus sigma square y is equivalent to be 0. So now I take one particular term to the right hand side, so that what you will get r into sigma x sigma y cos 2 alpha is equivalent to be this is sin 2 alpha divided by 2 multiplied by sigma square x minus sigma square y. So now you see, so this is what the result. You can here we can stop, but it is required to prove as tan 2 alpha is equal to some particular value. if u and v are uncorrelated. We have considered u and v are uncorrelated and we got this particular value. And so that if we want to calculate tan 2 alpha, it is nothing but the formula of sin by cos. So therefore, I take this particular terms cos 2 alpha here and remaining all the terms left hand side. So which means what you will get? What are the terms at the end, what you will get? So sin 2 alpha by cos 2 alpha, what I am calculating, cos 2 alpha is equivalent to V. So which means this particular cos 2 alpha term we are taking the right hand side, which means this particular term as it is r into sigma x sigma y divided by, I have to take this particular term 2 to the left hand side, therefore it is 2 r sigma x sigma y and divided by sigma square x minus sigma square y. So sigma square x minus sigma square y. So this is the formula, which means this is tan 2 alpha is equivalent to be 2r sigma x sigma y divided by sigma square x minus sigma square y. This is the value we got. Is it right? So this is the calculation of if u and v are uncorrelated variables, then we have to show tan 2 alpha is equal to this much the value 2r into sigma x sigma y divided by sigma square x minus sigma square y. Likewise, we did many number of results, right? And every result we are considering many results depends on if you and we are uncorrelated, prove something. So this is the fashion we have to do if you and we are uncorrelated. It's very simple. You learn it, definitely it is very simple. That if you and we are uncorrelated, then you consider RUV 0 and covariance of UV 0. Then we calculate the u and v, substitute u and v, and we calculate expectation of u and expectation of v, and then we convert in terms of x and y all the values, and then we do something with the help of that result, covariance of u is equal to 0, then you will get directly to the result. Whatsoever the required result we can obtain from this. Thank you.